Tom Schwartz speaks for the first time. What does it all mean? And he sings karaoke, Green Day to be exact.
On my own, here we go.
James Kennedy's girlfriend is a BFF with a popular blogger. Is she in it for the right reasons? And more Bravo news coming at you. Let's get into it.
Very funny, Joleen, Lunzer!
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for the Bravo Breakdown with Joleen. That is me, stand-up comedian and Bravo superfan Joleen Lunzer, coming at you with my take on all things Bravo, which will be very opinionated. Today we have some things to talk about in the Bravo-verse the only way we do, with a comedic twist. We have some fun. We don't take it too seriously. But first, make sure you guys hit that like. Thank you for all the support you've been giving me on my videos. I appreciate you guys so much. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, leave your comments, okay? Don't be afraid to comment. You all have very hot takes and I am here for it. Let's get started. Update number 1 on the Bravo Breakdown with Joleen. Tom Schwartz, best friend to cheater and 47-year-old Tom Sandybutt, allegedly. Remember, everything we're saying is alleged. So 52-year-old Tom Sandybutt's best friend Tom Schwartz was accosted at the LAX airport, which is the only thing I can think to describe what happens when TMZ just comes up to these celebrities and puts a camera in their face like,
Hey, how do you feel about this really awful thing that just happened? Huh?
TMZ got Schwartzy talking. Schwartzy seemed like he wanted to talk. It looked like he was just coming back from like a dad's weekend with a bunch of dog dads, you know, drinking Coors Light, playing cribbage and crying themselves to sleep, remembering their youth. TMZ asked Schwartz, Tom Schwartz, how's it going? And he was like, I wish we could be meeting on more auspicious circumstance. And I was like, Schwartz with the big word usage. That was the most shocking thing I think I've heard this week, is Tom Schwartz using auspicious correctly in a sentence. And if you're like me and you're like, I thought I was like kind of bright. I thought I had a couple light bulbs on upstairs, but you still had to look up the definition of auspicious. The definition of auspicious is conducive to success, favorable. So Schwartzy was like,
I wish we were meeting under more auspicious circumstances. Right, ladies? Oh, wait, I have this secret girlfriend named Jo who's allegedly a hairstylist and dresses like a 32-year-old skater girl, huh?
He said, the last time I saw you guys, being TMZ, was going through my divorce, and now it's Scandoval. The TMZ reporter asked Tom Schwartz, how is Sandybutt? How is 62-year-old Sandybutt holding up? And Tom Schwartz says, he's okay. He's okay. He does have a sense of profound sadness. Profound sadness, Schwartz? Do we have a little poet laureate on Vanderpumprules and we just don't know it? Jeez, at least a job at Hallmark this could get him, just writing out cards.
I am so sorry for your profound sadness. I hope we can meet soon under more auspicious circumstances.
And then he went on to tell the reporter, and he feels like a POS. He feels like a piece of... And then he said, and to some extent, maybe he is. Ooh, Tom, talking shit about his boyfriend. Ooh. Schwartz then said, he knows he effed up. Okay, so Tom Schwartz did say that this whole situation is very sad, which, yeah, okay, sad. But then he said a couple other comments that, of course, I'm thinking too much about this. So I'm like, okay, unfortunate. Okay, you did make a comment that, Tom Sandybutt feels like, a POS, and he might be, but you gave it a little Schwartzy laugh, like, and that might be rightfully so. He said he hasn't talked to Rachel Raquel, and then he followed it up with, which is unfortunate.
Huh?
I mean, I guess you miss her. I mean, what do you miss about her? Do you miss fake kissing to hide your friend's real affair with her? What's to miss? I think they were drinking buddies though. I think from what I've gauged in the Scandoval mess and this season of Vanderpumprules, I think that Rachel Raquel and Schwartzy were drinking buddies. And, Schwartzy likes to throw them back. He is from Minnesota. I can definitely tell you that we know how to drink. We know how to drink so well that I am now almost 11 years sober because I drank too good. I was really really bad at it. So I had to like clean my act up. But
we drank, we get drunk.
And Schwartz has been seen intoxicated quite a bit on the show, as have a lot of the other cast members. And what we're seeing this season with Rachel Raquel, she's drinking a lot more than we've ever witnessed before. And to the point where, in my personal opinion, not to label anyone's drinking, but you know, you kind of see some stuff and you're like, you might have to slow it down, because if you start making like these real bad decisions, which it seems like you are under the influence, Rachel Raquel, this is just me, you know, giving my opinion as an older lady who made some bad decisions in her 20s when drinking. You might want to just pay attention to, are these things happening when I'm a sober cat, or are these happening when I'm a drunky dog? Schwartz also indicated that he thinks Ariana is surrounded by a really good support system, which we know. She's in the WeHo womb. She's in the West Hollywood womb. They are protecting her and about to rebirth her a brand new queen. And thanks to TMZ, we now know that Ariana is actually in Mexico. She has left the WeHo womb and is with some other friends she has for a wedding in Mexico. And as you can see, she is looking beautiful and enjoying time with her friends, which in my opinion is exactly what she needs to get away, get out of LA, head to Mexico, celebrate with some friends, and just have as good of a time as you can have given the circumstances. And from these pictures, it looks like she's having a good time. So now, paparazzi, stop taking pictures of her. Let her enjoy herself. Enjoy all the sun and have all the fun and all the guacamole. And that really, I mean, guacamole will cure your heart. That is honestly the cure for a breakup. While at LAX, the reporter from TMZ also asked Tom Schwartz if he knew about the cheating between Tom Sandybutt and Rachel Raquel. And Schwartz says, I'd prefer not to talk about that at this time. I'd prefer not to talk about it. I would prefer not to talk about it ever. That's the kind of guy I am. I just, put stuff under the rug until the rug is so big, the rug is now the house. And Schwartz also said, we will see it on the show. We'll see how it plays out on the show, and we'll see how much he knew and when that went down. Will we know the truth? I don't know. I see a lot of debates back and forth from people. Did Schwartz know? Did Schwartz owe it to Ariana to tell her? I will say, I wish Schwartz would have told Ariana, but maybe unpopular opinion. The more I've sat and thought about this, I'm thinking, would I have told on my friend? I would have definitely advised. Someone's going to the pool. Oh, hey girl, she's got 3 noodles for one lady. 3 noodles. 4 noodles for one lady. Okay. Have fun. I'm gonna go to the pool. It's gonna be like 80 degrees today. Sorry, winter house friends. And she's wearing all black. I don't see a swimsuit. That's not a cover. All right, I digress. I'm trying to think, would I tell on my friend? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think, though, I would definitely advise my friend, like from the jump, to please break up, get divorced, whatever you need to do. Don't carry on a long-ass affair. But I've also learned in my 43 years on this earth to kind of mind my business when it comes to this stuff. I'm not going to lie for you. But I also, I've gotten into some mess with friends before and given them too much of my opinion, and they didn't appreciate it. And it came between our friendship. But I also don't want friends who are just cheater pumpkin eaters. Like a mistake once, twice, 3 times a lady. Okay. But I do kind of understand why Schwartz wouldn't say anything. I talked about in my last video. It's in his nature not to say anything and push things under the rug and just take it and try to be on everyone's side while really, that means you're on no one's side. I say no one's, but you're on Sandybutt's side. So I understand him not wanting to say anything because this is his best friend. Tom Sandybutt probably has some secrets in the vault about Schwartz. In his vault. The guys have been known to cheat. They were just on Watch What Happens Live before this all broke. And Schwartz admitted to Andy Cohen that he was not faithful in his marriage. And I'm like, I know he wasn't faithful before they got married, but I guess I wasn't. Was I aware that he wasn't faithful during the marriage? Is anyone faithful during a marriage anymore? Should marriages still exist? Sound off in the comments, because I'm beginning to wonder. I'm faithful to my husband, and he better be faithful to me, because I told him I do not believe in divorced, but I do believe in snapped. Schwartz has a business with Sandybutt, and it's his best friend, and they both have bad behavior. So I just think he knew, and he was never going to tell, and I'm not surprised by it. But that's a great question I would like to pass off to all of you. Please let me know in the comments if your best friend was cheating on their significant other. whether they were married or just been together a really long time, like Scandoval and Ariana, would you tell their significant other that they were being cheated on? The reporter asked Tom Schwartz as well, like, did you see anything late night, them hanging out? And he was like, it's effing complicated. What's complicated? Did you see him late at night or did you not? The only thing I can think is complicated is that you don't want to say anything because it's your best friend and your business partner. Schwartz also said that he hasn't even talked to Sheena. So they asked him about the Sheena allegedly slapping Rachel, which we know she didn't do. I'm sure there was a skerfuffle phone thing happened, but in my opinion, allegedly, I just don't see Sheena. Now it's slapping. Before it was punching. What's going on? These pictures that she shared to get the TPO were from November. The eye had already been blackened for months and months and months. People are coming forward about it, but no one's coming forward in defense of Rachel Rochelle. So it just looks a little strange also with the filing of the TPO, like we've talked about before, and the timing of the reunion seeming to be along the same time frame. So maybe it was a way for her to get out of going to the reunion and also get out of Sheena possibly talking about her on her podcast Shenanigans. And we know Sheena likes to get messy on her podcast, and I'm here for it. But the one thing that really caught me is, of all the things Schwartz said in this very short little interview with TMZ, or where he was accosted, he said, really, I'm just sad. And I was like, oh, and then he followed up with everything happening to our business. I'm really just sad about everything. Yes, business is important, but you would think maybe you would be sad that you have a friend out there who's hurting very badly. And then Schwartz went out later in the night and TMZ caught him singing karaoke. How ironic, isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
It's like Tom Sandoval and his songs when he sings karaoke, but he calls it a cover band.
Update number 2. A lot of speculation happening. Was Tom Schwartz in on this? Does he realize he was in on it? He says no, he wasn't in on it. He didn't kiss Rachel Raquel because, to hide the affair that Sandy Butt and Rachel Raquel were having. However, he did say in an interview pre-season of Vanderpumprules that Tom Sandy Butt kind of forced him to kiss Rachel Raquel. And he did the old peer pressure of like, don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy, dude. Which I never understand. Again, if you're not new to my channel, you've heard me say this before. If you are new, hi, welcome, hit that subscribe. Why do we compare weakness to pussies? Okay, pussies are the strongest thing in the world. I'm probably going to get demonetized by YouTube for this, but this must be said, okay?
They create life. I
do think if we're going to use a body part, we should use balls. Balls are so sensitive. Oh my God, balls are like, God, you blow on a ball, they're like, ow, God. Not that I'm blowing on balls, okay? Or if I am, that's my business. But you just like walk by a guy's balls in an aggressive manner and they're like, oh my God.
Oh, that hurt. What's wrong with you?
The ussy is the derogatory term for a vagina. They're strong. They create life, You kick a lady in the ussy. I don't recommend doing it, but we're like, and what? And now what? Balls are so weak that they need protection. We don't get any pussy protection. There's no pussy cup that you wear during sports. We don't get a tot cup. We don't get a ussy cup, but they got nut cups. So
I'm just saying.
Ussies are strong. That's where we get our confidence from.
Update 3. Okay, the last update I want to talk to during this video. I'll have another video coming out very soon. I want to talk about this Allie lady who's now dating James Kennedy. So far, she seems fine. I like her okay. But last night, I was scrolling on the TikTok like you do, and I noticed that she was live on a content creator and news personality, blogger, if you will, named Zachary Reality. You all probably know him. He has a ton of followers on Instagram and even more followers on the TikTok. So they were live talking. And from this conversation, I learned that Zachary is the best friend that took Allie to James's concert, I think, or the DJ set somewhere, and that's how she met him. And remember, in the last episode, James's mom was talking shiz on Rachel Raquel, saying, she didn't meet James Kennedy organically. She met him as a fan. Her friends or her sister or somebody took her to Sir to hear James
the DJ
as a fan. However, this story gets a little interesting, and this is all my speculation and just me watching. So I was like, okay, that's interesting that her best friend who took her is a blogger himself, who I did meet at the Spilling Tea show that Up and Adam and Zach Peter had last April, when I met a lot of the Vanderpump cast, including everyone in this Scandoval news except for Rachel Raquel. But I performed stand-up comedy on the show, and I met him, this Zach guy, and he was super nice. He was super cool. Met him very briefly, but I'm like, that's interesting that Allie, you know, her best friend is a very popular blogger, news personality, content creator in Los Angeles that does these, you know, covers these reality shows, but yet she didn't know who James was, but Zachary does. So something doesn't add up there. Now, another thing I found, I don't know if it's tea. It might just be Waterloo. I don't know if it's tea. But I found it interesting that they also shared during this live stream that they both used to work at AfterBuzz. And now I don't know if you guys remember AfterBuzz TV. I too was a student of the AfterBuzz. That's what you say because you don't make any money working there. But it is a something that is owned by Maria Menounos and her husband Kevin. So it was if it's still going on, it might be. It's an online broadcast network that specializes in like after show podcasts for several television series. So they too, as I went to this AfterBuzz school of television and TV entertainment reporting, which is really just you get trained for like, I think it was like a weekend or something. Maybe it was very short and you go through like an orientation or whatever. So that's where they met. So that means Allie was also looking to become kind of an entertainment personality host. So, but again, this is just my brain spinning as they're saying, oh, we met at AfterBuzz. I'm like, oh, so you met at a place where they do entertainment reporting and after shows for television shows and a lot of reality television shows like Vanderpump Rules. That makes me think it might have been a little more calculated than they let on. But so far, I like Allie. That Zach guy seems great. So no shade, all shade. Just something I'm keeping my eye on. Okay, you guys, those are the updates I have for you today. Make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Joleen Lunzer on Instagram and TikTok, and also at married2 Bravo on Instagram, where I create separate content from this. I shared a post yesterday where I hit 4.5 million views, which is all because of you guys. So thank you so much. I love my lean team, you guys. We are also on our way to 30,000 subscribers. We are well over 27,000. So 30,000 is right around the corner. And that was my goal for 2023. So we might actually hit that goal. It was also my goal for 2022. We didn't hit it in 2022, but 2023 might be the year. Remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you see,